Tell me when my face shows up. Oh, look, there I am. Yay! It's so much harder to do it like this than the other one. Hey, Just Aid. Hey, everybody that's coming back into the room. Hey, Timo's in here. Yeah, this running it through the encoder doesn't run it through their algorithm until after I get through with the live stream, then they run it through the algorithm. Does that make any sense? So if I run directly through theirs, they're able to. It's constantly checking my accent for hot skillet words and stuff. I think that's just my guess. Because how else? I mean, explain to me how going third party with the encoder to the live stream is better than going directly to the live stream using their encoder. It seems fishy. Just thinking. Did the other kid show back up, or a person, individual that asked the question about the knife? Or did he throw a random question in there and then bail? Hey, Southern Art. Hey, if Spicy comes in, y'all can time him out because he doesn't like to visit. I'm just joking, don't do that. I get to pick on him like that for a while now. Oh, really, David? Yeah, Tim, how is Vermont? Is it Vermont or Virginia? Vermont.
They asked what your answer was to the knife.
I was waiting to see if that guy came back in here. Did he show back up? Oh, well, anyway. Dang it, I put it down. Y'all don't laugh at it. This thing's old. I've had this longer than I've had my wife. This knife. This one. It is the Buck 105 Pathfinder. It's actually a small, what used to be considered a starter knife or whatever. This knife will do it all. If y'all watched my Goodbye Gyro video, this is the knife that did it all. I have been trying to destroy this knife for holy cow, 32 years. It's not a, I don't know if you can tell by looking at the sheath, it is not a safe queen. And I can't do it. So. You wish you was a kid. You can't get these at the stores anymore. You can get them directly from Buck. And they've actually, do y'all care? Somebody, I'm asking you, do y'all care before I go into this whole spiel about this knife? Well, I'm sure Josh appreciated it. Yeah, I'm back to eating salads, which are really, really, really good. She may not be able to bake oatmeal, but she can fry a salad up just like that. Alright. This is the original Buck 105. I should probably clean it up, put it in a safe, and never use it again, because I actually changed the blade on it. The handle and everything and the length is the same, but the front of the blade on the new Pathfinder is different. It still, I think, would be an okay knife. It's just not this knife. What's the big Bowie knife? What number is it? They just did the 100-year commemorative or whatever, or something like that. 75-year, whatever it was. The one you can get with the red handle and the gold inlay. The blade on the old one was more trade. It was shaped like a tradesman knife instead of a skinner. Yes, Chipper, I did. It may be, I may have wore it out. Hey! You know, stir fry, tossed, whatever. It makes a salad taste better if you consider it fried food. Just saying, it's more filling. Now, I'm sorry we couldn't get there earlier, but that little girl we keep in the box that tells us where to go is an idiot. We should probably feed her more, like some brain food or something. Turn left on this road right here. It's perfectly fine. It's a one-lane gravel road that's going to take us an hour and a half to get down. What do you mean it's perfectly fine? But it was like the best road we were on the entire time, I think. Well, besides the National Forest. When we got to the National Forest, that was pretty cool too. That was awesome. Actually. Yeah, black flies, they're like little, they're like a mosquito, little biting fly thing or whatever. We don't have them down here. We got those, I think we call them love bugs down here. We don't like them either. We squish them. Well, I want to upgrade the kukri that I have. It's a little light for chopping, but as far as everything else, I can't find anything wrong with the kukri as an all-around knife. I think a guy could go a lot further wrong than having a small kukri. You know, one the size of the big buck buoy I was asking about a while ago, which I still cannot remember the name of, the number of. And I don't know why. But anyway, uh, but a small kukri to do everyday stuff, you know, skin, whittle, that kind of crap. And then having a 16 or 18 inch kukri for your other needs. You wouldn't need an axe, you wouldn't need a machete, you wouldn't need a meat cleaver. It would all be one blade, and you wouldn't have to, you know, with a heavy duty kukri, you wouldn't have to worry about breaking the blade or nothing like that. You could drive nails with a kukri, I think. No. What's a rifleman hawk, Rick Scott? Hold on, I can Google it. I have to like get out of this silly chat room first. Oh, not that chat. That's a completely different chat room. Just so y'all know. Y'all get to see me be all technically qualified to do stuff. What do you call it again? Dun dun dun. No, but Greg Scott, if you'll send me one, I'll give you a review on it. Those are pretty cool. Steve Foco sent me a little tomahawk that I play around with some. It's not, I don't know, I don't guess it's one of those. Nah, it's not one of those, it's not that big. Well, that's okay. Explain to me the whole purpose behind the appetizer. Okay, you're in there because you went to the restaurant because you're hungry. So why would you want to order an appetizer to make yourself hungry? They want you to order the appetizer so you won't look at your plate when they bring it out and go, "Is this all I'm getting?" No, mine's just now wearing drink it. Thank you though, babe. Oh, this is really good coffee. And this, I'm gonna drink this and then not be able to sleep tonight. Yeah, it's like you go to the steakhouse and they bring out 2 big old loaves of bread, and I always wait till I'm finished with my steak to give me a slice of bread. Just seems intelligent. I was thinking about making me a new brick barbecue pit, so I'm gonna let Liz cook the oatmeal, and then I could use it for border.
I'm gonna stab you.
Okay, I'm sorry, that was me. Funny though. I am not getting up to walk away to get that other buck. So
Where is it?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I think it's in. I think it's in that backpack over there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll just Google it because I believe.
Just as it said, if you Google dog to machete, that's what I use. And then Raw said hi Wes.
Hello, Raul, and okay, I'll Google that too. And they're not going to give me the number until I click on push the button. Excuse me, that was rude. It has a number. Seriously, you aren't going to give me the number on it? Thank you. It's the buck 119. A kukri the size of a buck 119, and a kukri, a big honking kukri, would be all the knives you ever needed. I really believe. Hold on. Y'all just like watching me type. I'm sexy when I type, huh? What was it? What did he think? This is me scrolling up. Okay, did I spell that wrong or did you? Because I don't know who these guys are, but they look funny. Oh, dang. That way?
Hidden harvest grow light silhouette. Hey Wes.
Hey. Hidden harvest. Hidden harvest in here? Oh, I'm scrolled way up. That's mine. Oh, Riverbend Longbow.
What the hell?
And Hidden Harvest. Grow Lights. That's Bob. Hidden Harvest is Bob.
Anyone pay you Wes S know about a book 2792?
Is it a folder? Dang it, chat's running. I'm gonna have to put the top chat out. Or pop chat or whatever it's called. Watch it. Can't keep up.
He said yes, it was a pocket knife.
Pocket knife. And it was a I had never seen. Well, no, I take that back. I saw one at the store, but I've never used one. I don't. Let's see.
Wes, I'm pushing 1,000 subs. Who is that? You can't get past
That's.
the 8:30.
I bet every time I get close to 840, it falls right back, Steve. Like I get to 840, boom, falls back to the 820s. So I ain't pushing nothing. It's pushing back awful hard. Hey, Savage. But hey, Guns. I got a bunch of people sneaking in here. Me on knives. This knife, my son got me this knife. He got it. If I took all the knives that I had, honey, because I don't have a clue, I'm asking you for help here. It's a serious question. If I took all the knives that I had and put them in one place, and you were to count them, how many would the number be, you think? Pocket knives, skinning knives, all that. What do you think? Just take a guess.
25, 30.
30? 25, 30? You think that's all? Okay. I'm not as bad as I thought. You know what? You're probably pretty close to right though once I think it all the way through. But, my idea on knives, this knife is cool. This knife is wicked, and I've used it and I've played with it. But, the kind of stuff I do with a knife, I wouldn't carry this every day. This is for pulling out and causing difficulties. That's it. This knife I will use forever, all the time. And my Uncle Henry, which the missus had apparently stolen, and no, not the missus, the Sweet Pea was trying to steal my knife. And no, I don't have nearly enough knives, but these fancy majiggers, I don't have much. See, I got a box cutter too. I like that. Blade gets dull, you just turn it around, and when that gets dull, you turn the other one around. You just keep turning them around. As long as they don't get wet and they turn into a big ball of rust in there, you're fine. But I just don't. I don't know. I'm so old school on knives. It's not funny. It takes a lot to impress me. That's why when I got that kukri, I was just like, okay, yeah, this is totally awesome, and I was really surprised. No, I almost called him by his name. Dash Out. got busy. Had the storm, had a few false alarms on somebody's being born, had phone blowing up, people wanting me to go fix stuff, had everything in the world was trying to keep my wife from taking her vacation, and I was invited to go with. We actually did not think we were going to get to go when that storm hit. We were like, okay, there it went. We don't, it got us. We don't get to go. And then had a bunch of friends show up with the materials and the time and the energy, and we survived. And we got to go. But now I've got we were using the magic card, so I've got to go unmagic the card. So. But, Backwood, you still in here? Yeah. Backwood said he'd walk me through it if I asked him real enough. I figured out why Hangouts wasn't doing what it was supposed to do for me, and I fixed that, but then I don't know how to start Hangouts now. I was actually locked into a phone call. I'd been locked into a Hangouts phone call that was going nowhere in the background on my phone for like a million years. So you can't make a phone call if you're already in a phone call. But yeah, what you said. I didn't want to bum them out with our trouble. But now you reminded me about all the junk that I need to be doing instead of sitting here. Anybody want to come build me a new well house? And that's something that annoys me. That crap well house, it ripped the roof off of it. But my brand new anchored to the ground storage shed. I guess it's because it was bigger and it caught more of the wind, I don't know. I'm going to get you on there, Dash. We're going to do this. You, young lady, don't make me start typing in here. Yeah, that time, Guns. What? We're going down the road out there, and y'all calm down. The only time I've ever seen a chipmunk, and I've looked for them every time I go north of Amarillo, okay? I've seen ground squirrels, I've seen squirrels, I've seen rabbits, I've seen jackrabbits, I've seen Sasquatch. I have never seen a chipmunk. We're driving down a windy, scary road, and a little chipmunk runs out. I nearly killed us. Trying to point out a chipmunk. It was cool. It's a real chipmunk. Okay? I was excited.
If I put that there and twist it, I'm not saying that.
Do what?
I started if it saying, see, it's the small things that get excited, but then I changed my mind.
I love you. Weapon?
He said ticks are horrible here.
Dude, chickens, yeah. Chickens are possums. You have to choose. You get possums. Possums and chickens both. Hey, Thomas. Actually, like I told Nina earlier, that we didn't make it home. We actually died in a fiery crash. So, don't tell nobody we're ghosts. Hey, Chandra. Hi, Mom. The, hey, look. She has a name. It's not Mom. It's Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
Thomas Whitten, glad to see you made it home in peace.
Yeah, I said, I was telling him that we didn't really, because I told Nina that we died in a crash, and I don't want to be lying to her, so I got to tell everybody that now. Where'd Nina at? She was in the other one. She didn't probably get the notification for the next one. Supermom. That's actually. I'm colorblind, dude. You were fine when you went with blue. Yeah, like that hillbilly that keeps showing up on my. She was here a second ago. Yeah. Anyway, squirrel. I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. It's not working out for me. The small onion. When you get stuck with something, you're stuck with something. Which would be a lot worse. Could have been, you know. I'm just glad it wasn't a shopping list with the words toilet paper written on the back. That would have been a hard one. And we were playing around with the maps, and we'd do the GPS, and I'd double check it with the map and everything.
It was such a little road, it wasn't on the map.
It was on the map, and that's when we were taking it. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. I'm not 100% sure about this legend because I couldn't find the kind of road on the legend. And now I know why, because they didn't have enough ink left over after putting all them little gray lines on there to say, you know, broken gray line is a gravel road.
Mr. Whipple.
No. See, it would have been something like that rather than. I actually missed the Tom Tom. The Tom Tom was a cool device.
Oh, I call him Duke sometimes.
What?
That could have been feminine product. I said, I call him Duke sometimes.
Yeah, there's that.
What's Whipple?
What's Whipple? Oh.
Ice cream.
Yeah, it's ice cream. Please don't squeeze the chipmunk. Oh man, I miss the 70s and 80s a lot.
Chipper's so much nicer. He explains it.
Yes. Chipper for president. Make America great again. And again. Again. What, 6 by 30? I don't know. What, 6 by 30? Or 6 times 30? 180? If that's a... Yeah, what he said. I did that in my head. My brain doesn't even hurt real bad yet. Just remember that you need a, what do you call it, make a cabinet member for, what do you call that? National Cave Exploration Register. And now I'll have to go see all the caves and make sure they're doing things right. You need an auto loader.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a load 630. Okay, I get it now.
I'm tired of having to resubscribe to everybody. YouTube doesn't want us to be friends.
Well, it's not up to them, guns. Just have to like be our friend anyways. Because we love you. How your little chickens doing? You want some more? Yeah. Yeah, stop getting mad at everybody because they didn't post a video when you wanted to watch one and unsubbing them. Okay, Daniel. Well, enjoy yourself. Make it a game and it won't feel nearly as bad. Yeah, they unsubbed me from a lot of people. I've had to... Well, one guy, he had to sub me like 6 times before it stopped. And I mean like within 2 weeks. Oh. Steve, why did you eat his chicken? Oh, yay, that's exactly what I need after finding out I'm some kind of cave lover. Oh, the Instagram thing, yeah. Tipper trying to cause me to run away and go get lost in the cave. Hey, Jay. Great Scott. Oh, he was. I thought he was in here a while ago. I think I already saw, but yeah. There you go. Man, I could do the first 20, no problem. The last 10, they get stiff. That's the problem with my Beretta that I laid down probably somewhere the baby can find it. And, ooh.
Is it cool? Temperature-wise?
Dude, you're lying, right, Guns? It's just like a basement or something? Seriously? Hold on. Now he's gonna make me click it.
BG said it was nice last
I didn't know it was him until it was too late. I never met that man before in my life. And stuff. I may start lagging because I'm pushing my internet pretty hard. Whoa, you sure you want to blah blah blah? Oh, it doesn't have the HTTP whatever thing. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Is it backslash? Never mind, I got. Oh, they don't have secure. Oh, okay. All good. I put it on my favorites there, Smoking Locust. And go from there. I was loving that cave, and it was just like, it was 60 degrees. It was like perfect. Or 57 flipping degrees. With a breeze. It had a breeze. I mean, I don't even know how far underground we were. It's kind of wet, though. I think your hair would have stayed frizzy. I hadn't thought of that yet, JAE, but now that you mention it. Is it really front slash or you just mess with me? You know, I think you're right. I think it's front slash. No, it's backslash. All right, David. Have a good night. How's the weather in Alaska? Chandra or Stacy, either one, or both of y'all. Y'all compete to tell me how the weather is. I shall play mother against daughter to see who can tell me the best story. Dreary.
That would be nice.
You're like, you like the cave. So yeah, I guess so. Instead of a crown, they should give like the host dude Thor's hammer. Smash. Really? There's a caveman in the cave. But seriously, you have a cave on your under your property, Mr. Poo Poo? Well, like, I mean, around here, I've been in caves before, but it's just, you know, you'll you crawl through a hole and there's uh, a room that's 10 or 12 foot wide and 20 or 30 foot deep, and it's all covered with rock and stuff on the bottom. It's just where the ceiling fell off. Oh, that came in. Oh. Well, this one was privately owned, and back, I don't know, I said in the 50s or something, 50s or 60s. Can't remember for sure. The people lost their shirt and it got like foreclosed on or something, and it sat there without anybody operating it for a couple of years, and all the people that still knew about it were going in there and they were breaking the cave formations off the ceiling and stuff and stealing them.
It's politically correct to use the word caveman since they didn't identify the
Yeah. Cave person. Cave peeps. Or cave, you decide. Yeah. Does this deer skin make my butt look big? I'm just asking. Hey, half crazy. He like picked the absolute longest name on YouTube ever. He should do like J and just change it to HCOCRNV. That would be hard to type too, so never mind. So yeah, I just call him half crazy. Yeah, cave drawings or selfies. It's, you know, a selfie stick, you know, they use the burn end of the stick. So
I think so.
and she like, when it's time to get the ducks in, all she's got to do is walk out there and tell them to go to bed. And I met cheated and locked them all in. Well, no, I had to open them back up. No, they should be in. I'll go check in a minute.
Well, I mean, they're easy to herd if the two dogs and the goat aren't helping.
Well, I had to get Steve off of the trampoline and carry him out of the chicken pen. So, and he didn't like being picked up, and he's not a little bitty tiny goat anymore. Stupid thing's heavy now.
No, and he's learning Billy's tricks, jumping up on you and trying to stuff his face in the bucket.
Yeah.
So I discovered he was on the trampoline because I learned I could throw a couple of hands of stuff up there, and he and the other one will get up there and eat and stay out of my way.
That explains the chew marks in my trampoline.
Well, no, I think that's the chickens.
Yeah, it could be that too. That trampoline was a bonus. We just wound up with it, and we use it. I mean, it's an excellent shade. I'm gonna go to every garage sale now, and next, you know, if somebody's got a garage or a trampoline out there for 20, 30 bucks, I'm buying it. And I just said that in front of all these people on this live chat, and now they're gonna go buy all the daggum old trampolines. I ain't gonna be able to get one.
It does make a very good shade.
That trampoline is okay. Fine. The trampoline is a better quality material than that shade tarp that we put over. They're listening. The the same material that we put that shade tarp over the broody pen with.
Yeah.
But that tarp for the broody pen, if we didn't buy it, if we'd had to buy it, is $600. And the trampoline cover is $100. Explain that to me. The use. One of them's a toy. One of them's something that produces comfort.
Well, it's a special production, something they have to interrupt production on something else to put those out there, when all it is just leftovers from whatever else they were cutting for it.
Probably. But that stuff, it's like for a 3x6 sheet, it's like $60 for that shade. In case y'all wondering, you can take a trampoline, square one, round one, it doesn't matter, and extend the legs to where you can walk under it, and you just created one of the best shades there is.
For man or beast.
Man or beast, yeah.
I like shade.
It's,
especially out here.
And I don't understand that because the trampoline material is black. You'd think it'd create heat, but it doesn't.
No,
And the white netting doesn't work the same way. It won't do it.
no.
I think mostly because the white allows the light to come through. But that black stuff, I mean, boom, you go under it, it's shade. And there's, you know, every 1/8 of an inch, there's a 1/16 of an inch of shade. But when you go under there, there's no little streams of light coming through. It's just shade. It's just solid shade.
Well, it interrupts the UV light. Infrared.
I guess if they used square string or something, they use the crocheted looking stuff. It looks like a chain, really, is what they put through there. There you go. There's y'all's tip for the day. Use old trampolines to make a shady spot for your chickens to get out of the heat.
Or over your picnic table.
Or over your picnic table, either one. If you put it at an angle, you can put misters under it, and the wind will go through, and all your chickens will be laying under the mister, under the shade.
Backwood. There he is. Thank you.
Okay, now, that was just wrong. Some lady subbed my channel today and said she was a bushcrafter hiker, and she just posted a vid, how to increase
Oh, we ain't spend more strength than chocolate.
No, we were like out of town for a little bit, Chandra.
Just don't put the baby crib under that shade and think it's okay, because then the baby will still be staring at the bright sun. And
Yeah.
End up with a blind child.
Yeah. Yeah, don't put your baby under the trampoline because the sun will still burn their retinas, corneas, whatever, that thing in the back of the eyeball. That's so you can have cream in your coffee and still feed your kid. It's very important bushcraft knowledge stuff. What? Coordinates to what? What I miss? Yeah, and if just in case Chipper can't get there, you can send them to me too. I mean, you don't really want to have to drink chicory and honey without fresh creamer. I'm just saying.
Chandra said that is.
Thank you, Chandra. And y'all need to, we're gonna have to change the whole breast milk thing because I'm really fighting running with this.
I still haven't been able to milk my chickens yet.
Who said that?
Okay.
Get a goat, dude, or a girlfriend.
Hey Wes, read
Hey Wes, read what? I still haven't been able to milk my chickens yet. I don't know what's wrong. Oh. That's what you meant. Okay, I was just ignoring it. That's how I do all day long. I'm like, oh, Liz.
Yeah, he always ignores his phone.
I do not. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Hey, I poked you. Oh. Alright. Hey, Savage, you still in here? How do you feel about breast milk? It's the Democratic part of the state. It's not. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But like, I guess if you could like make enough, you could have butter. Butter's important because then like you can put it on your toast. Hey, wait a minute. Would that be the same as cannibalism? I'm just asking. Would that be like another use for long pork? Dairy.
Step
Hey, step one. Hey, Staff Sergeant, you know everybody in this room is thrown off, right? I'm just warning you. I'm just giving you a heads up. Everybody in that chat right there is thrown off. Do you know people in Canada don't know what thrown off means? Who would have thought?
Oh, cheat. Must be more awesome.
I don't know what means.
Jay.
Oh. I'm guessing at first, until you got the equipment put together, you just gonna have to run the dairy by hand, man. And I'm not saying that. That's really hot coffee. Thank you, honey. You know, sometimes, I don't know, might have to siphon. I don't know. But, yeah. Everybody out there gonna be signing up to run the Apocalypse Dairy now. Guy gonna come by with a milking machine wanting to sell them it. We're not interested in those around here. We're organic. Hold on, I'll be right back. Look, I did it twice.
What are you doing?
Oh, sneaking. You can't catch me doing stuff. I'm sneaking.
Okay.
I'm a ninja. You never saw anything. Dude, coughed off. I coughed up all this junk while I was gone. And then I was like breathing clear. And then I get back here. I've been home for 2 days. My nose is stopped up and I got a cough back. Hold on, I never should have got out. Damn, mister. Okay, I get it. I've made a lot of I peed myself jokes over the past few days. But no depends. Though I think they might help me keep my britches up. Yes. Of course, you're not going to want the producers to feel isolated or shunned by society. So you would have to make sure that all the stalls were open air stalls. I'm not, hold on, not going there, but yeah, I'm allergic to West Texas, have been my entire life. When we moved to Texarkana, the entire time I was there, I had one allergic reaction, and that was because I was stung by a wasp. No hay fever.
I'm covered.
In chiggers, but there's chiggers here too.
They're not
Chiggers and
chiggers.
mosquitoes. Chiggers and mosquito bites, whatever.
Mosquitoes.
Skin so soft.
I don't get bit at home.
That's because they all know that their face will break off. Those down there didn't know. That's why they got so bad, because whenever they bit you, their little beaks broke off. And because of the sugar. Alright, guns. Be back Sunday. Okay? It'll be a more like not breast milk conversation. I actually had a Bible laying here, but something bad happened. I don't remember what. God willing, I'll get on. I'll be sometime Sunday afternoon, early evening. I'll try to get on, and I don't want to do it too late for the East Coast, but I don't want to do it too early for the West Coast. And see, that's, I've increased my garlic intake, and actually I've had less trouble with the mosquitoes. Some of it has to do with well, it has to do with a lot of stuff, but they're actually attracted to your breath. Yeah. Yeah, the last couple nights were a little rough with the bites or whatever. Well, if I do it at if I do it in Sunday afternoon, then well, people are all going to be doing other stuff. If I do it, I don't want to do it at a time when I'd be knocking people out of going to Sunday night services, because I'm fairly sure everybody would ditch church to listen to me. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever considered. If you're on here, you already skipped church. You're not going to skip church to watch YouTube because there's a guy on YouTube going to have church. So yeah, we'll ex-nay that excuse. So yeah, it'll be sometime after 6 my time Sunday, before 9, sometime in there, and we'll try to keep it under a couple hours at least. I've changed my goals. That whole I'm going to keep it under an hour thing, it's not working for me. So instead of constantly failing at my goal, I'm just going to expand the boundaries of my goal, thereby increasing the possibility that I can achieve my goal. Yep. What do I think about the flat earth? You are not the first person that asked. And I live in Texas. And I don't know about everywhere else, but right here, the earth is flat. Yep. And I actually played around with that. I watched round earthers, flat earthers. I've watched the videos proving that it's round, and I watched the videos proving that it's flat. And actually the guys arguing for the round, they really need to get smarter, because just spewing that the flat earthers are stupid is not factual. There are some out there, yada yada yada, but I don't know. Find out when I die. I don't believe. Actually, if y'all want to know the truth, I don't believe the earth is the size that we've been told. I believe it's a much bigger globe. I'm in the, there we go. I'll straddle the fence on this one, because that's actually where I'm at. I don't believe the earth is the size we've been told. I think we're actually quite a bit bigger, and it wouldn't have to be much. Think about the difference it would make if, instead of the earth being what they say it is, if the earth was, if the what do you call it, the radius of the earth was 100 miles more. Think about the increase of land mass, or potential land mass, there would be of the earth. And it goes a long way to explaining the arguments on both sides of the fight about the flat earth or the round earth. Now, do I think there's a big giant snow globe over the top of us? Not really. That's because they do stuff with chemtrails to make it cold in Argentina in the wintertime. Like I said, the flat earth doesn't work, but the distances and the flight patterns of the international flight patterns or whatever don't make any damn sense. They do not make any sense at all. Why do you fly all the way back to Europe to go over there? If the earth is the size you're saying, then from this point to that point is shorter if you fly across the ocean. Why are you going to fly northward up the ocean and then fly south west or whatever, southwest, southeast, to your destination? Doesn't make any sense. That's the video I watched that actually made me start checking into the deal. Popped up on my suggested, and I watched it. I was like, okay. And then I started to do some checking on my own. And this is all when my elbow was messed up and I was not, this is back when I first started getting into the YouTube thing, when I had like hours. I had 24 hours a day to kill. So I checked into it a lot, and that's when there's too many arguments on both sides of it for either one of them to be correct. But the biggest argument on the flat earther side is, to me, the flight patterns of commercial aircraft. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, not the jet streams. The jet streams don't match the flight patterns. They do east to west, and from the Americas to Europe and Africa, but not the other places that are in question. Like I said, I did some research on my own. It doesn't make any sense. And like I said, I don't buy into the flat earth. I just don't think the earth is X number of feet across or around. I think the earth is bigger. And they know it. The Antarctica ice wall, I don't know. You're just trying to get me to open the Bible. The firmament above the earth, I believe, existed prior to the flood. Because prior to the flood of Noah, rain had never fallen on the earth. There was mist, and from the ground came a heavy dew and watered all the earth. But it had never experienced rain. I don't know why science can't prove that it was there, but if you go biblically speaking, the firmament and the separation of the waters in the air from the waters on the ground or on the earth no longer existed, because that's where God got the water to cover the entire earth for 40 days and 40, well, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. I forget how long they floated around before they hit dry land again. And I don't think there was water on the planet up till the top of Mount Everest. There wouldn't have to be to flood every inch of the planet. I mean, you'd need at the, what's the top of the stratosphere? Let's say the firmament was in the stratosphere. And that would explain why it used to be a lot hotter on the earth and why dinosaurs were all geared to air cool, if you would. And why giant ferns were able to grow, just, you know, like they were in the bottom of a swamp. But the Bible can be used to question a round earth, but it doesn't prove a flat earth. God could have just as easy put a globe, a bubble, a firmament around a round earth as he could a flat earth. She didn't say it to me, did she? Okay, quit reading Eskimo stuff. Smoking said the earth is shaped like a turtle. That's one of the flat earth deals, that it's not actually flat, it's actually a what's the right word for it when it goes like, you got Antarctica here, and it dips down, and then it comes back up, and then dips back down, kind of like a mustache. A flat earth lesson, the forgiveness of sin. Yeah, the earth is round in Canada. Well, I hope she didn't say Raqqa. I've been out and it's driving me nuts. I can reach out and touch it, but it's not finished. In the Holy Bible, the King James Version, the one that everybody carries, yes, that they took the preface out of the King James Bible when they started mass producing it along the time that y'all do not hate me, y'all started this.
We'll find another time.
Well, I can't now. About the time a lot of denominations which are very strong and dispersed throughout a large portion of the United States, Europe, and other countries as well, when they were born, was immediately after they took the preface out of the King James Bible. The preface of the King James Bible, those who translated the King James Bible from the original languages to the Queen's English, spent quite a bit of time explaining that they took some, actually quite a bit of artistic liberty with the translation of words and the forming of sentences to make the Bible more readable. So, we have to be cautious in attributing science as more intelligent than the Bible, or Bible more infallible than science, when reading a book that was translated. Now this one still has the dedication in it, for a king who detested both Catholic and Protestant alike. This Bible was commissioned to shut up the arguing. They're not going to teach you that in Sunday school. Not in any of them. Because it takes away the authority of the man in the pulpit.
What is that one pill called that the rich people take to go to sleep?
Oh, Valium? Now, it is not my intent, and I apologize, I'm not reading the chat on purpose. It's not my intent to offend anybody for anything. There's a reason I don't preach Disciples of Christ doctrine. I don't preach Church of Christ doctrine. I do not preach Methodist doctrine. I do not preach Lutheran doctrine. I do not preach Baptist doctrine. I do not take anything taught me by anybody that has gone to seminary at face value. Because seminary was started by the same kind of guys that took artistic liberties in translating the Holy Word of God. So, not saying that seminary is of the devil. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that these people put more faith in their faith than they put in their God. God can be seen without ever reading the Bible. God can be felt without ever hearing a sermon. Christ can be found without being a Christian. Is it easy? Is everybody going to do it? Can you just like shun the Holy Word of God and shun everything that anybody says about Christ or God and get there? No. But if you earnestly seek to find what the greater power is, what the one true Creator is, He is going to reveal Himself. The Sioux worshipped one God who had other lesser gods that did what he wanted. That was a nation of Indians that were separated by oceans from Christianity. Not saying they were the lost tribe. We're not going to go there either. But God, and Paul himself said it. Later, Dash. Paul himself said that even those that the Gentiles that didn't know the God of Israel or Jesus Christ, either one, were worshiping God because they were worshiping the unknown God. He also said that God will prove Himself. Yeah, but see, the trick was also just that is that they translated the Bible from Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic to Latin. So we have to go from 3 languages to Latin, and then Latin to English. And actually the King James, the authorized King James version, the one that came from, that was done for the king, was actually translated with reference material from the Latin from the original Greek, Hebrew, and Arabic text. But they took liberties. They learned what Hebrew and Arabic and Greek meant from Latin, as opposed to the other way around. There's actually a new translation out there that I cannot afford. I wish I could. It's a modern Bible that was translated by really smart people from not the original text, but copies of the original letters and gospels and such in the original language. And it's amazing the differences in the words that were used. I've seen excerpts of it, but I don't have that kind of money. It's not a mass-produced Bible yet. The translators do not have that kind of support. And it's actually, then here's the other thing, that this Bible is so big because, hold on, let me see if I can find something right way. Now, I'm not a Hebrew scholar either, but I looked at it a little bit. Make sure I get this right. That, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Hold on, let me bring the camera out so you see what I'm doing. Oh.
We all missed the mark somewhere.
Yeah, the mark is like, we all missed the mark. See that? It's not perfect, I can't write in Hebrew, but I do know that that's the symbol for a bull. It's also the symbol, if there's another symbol depending on where it is from it, because the letters that are in this line or this line, I think it's this way, or maybe this way. The letters above it or adjacent to it or below it or above it in so many lines, it's not a code, it's a language, affect the meaning of the symbol. So while, yeah, so while this says bull, what were you?
Saying hi to you too, but you were in the middle of saying something that seems serious.
Well, this is the symbol for bull. It's also the symbol for God. And it may be the symbol for a lot of other things. What do you want to say?
Hi! Goodbye!
And that's what we're faced with. And, you know, ifs, ands, or buts, and it's in context. It has to be in context and everything else. Context is very important when you're talking about scriptures. So, anyway, what are we doing? We're going to talk about something else now. 'Cause I feel like I just like went all raw preacher on y'all. And I'll probably run everybody out of the room. Amen. I'm running backwards out. Alright, backwoods, that's been gone forever already. It's easy. It's actually not as easy as that, but the best way to do that, Tim, would just be to start living the way Americans used to live. They used to live with their hands on their tools and not with their hands out. I'd love to read a direct translation from Hebrew. Yeah, but see, from the direct translation from Hebrew will just get you the Old Testament. Most of the letters in the Gospels are actually written in either Greek or in Arabic, Aramaic. People don't realize that. Okay, what is he fixing for you now? Good night, Steve.
Tim must be in New York. He's chilling out now.
Oh. But seriously, this is a big thing. I mean, I don't bust anybody's chops for the path they have decided to try to follow to God. I can't say with a 100% certainty that the Lutheran Church is wrong. So I'm not going to condemn the Lutheran Church for what they teach. I cannot say with 100% certainty that the Baptist Church is wrong. So I'm not going to condemn the Baptist Church for their doctrine. Go all the way down that. Go run it all the way up the deal or back up the deal to Catholicism, Church of England, Orthodox Christians. They got those. Can't hardly tell the difference between them and Jews on some things. But Christ is alive. Still. Jesus Christ, the guy that was born of Mary, walked around in Nazareth and Galilee and went fishing with the boys and taught in the synagogue, had an argument, well, won a debate with the devil, was beaten, crucified, and buried, is alive in heaven on the right hand of God our Father right now. He's the only one, the only living human that knows exactly what the truth is. That's why I ask him to teach me. That's why I ask him to keep me from teaching something that isn't true. Even if it costs me an arm and a leg and friends and whatever. 70% of the original churches were beaten, crucified, killed in arenas. I mean, Paul was commissioned to go to a town and kill Christians when he was still Saul. Christianity has never been if everybody in town is a Christian and none of them got any trouble, I bet a winning lottery ticket that they ain't got it right, because it doesn't work that way. God doesn't pay people for being good people. It doesn't work that way.
No, I'm serious.
I know. When are we changing
All
the
these
channel?
People on here who has caves close to them.
Yeah, who has caves besides Guns, who's already out of here? You got any caves up there? It just led that way. But mostly, the word that you typed in, I'm really praying really, really hard that that's not the word that I think she was trying to say. Let's just do it like that. But
Where's Smolo?
There ain't no caves in Florida. I don't think. I bet you do.
One minute, Mac.
You should be able to put it in the comments, Mary. I guess it might let you do that. I don't know. The Hebrew to English Bible only works, like I said, it only works on some of it. A lot of the Bible wasn't translated from Hebrew. You hear people say, translated from the original Hebrew text. The letters to the Corinthians and the Ephesians wasn't written in Hebrew. So there was never an original Hebrew text. The letter to Timothy was not written in Hebrew. So there can't be an original Hebrew text. Now I could be wrong on that, and if I am, somebody needs to tell me. What, Chandra? What'd you say?
She said, I'm sorry, Wes.
For what? Single most passionate subject in my life. I would give up my wife and my kids before I will give up my God. Fact. So, talking about God, the scriptures, whether serious or joyful, is never something you need to apologize about for.
Isn't Just Aid like across the ocean? Like in Germany or something?
Yeah, Just State's gonna have caves, but I can't like go over there. Oh, well, y'all are up. That's right. Y'all are up in the Panhandle, huh? That's like they actually have dirt up there, and it's not just crushed seashells. Hold on.
And Solo said, yes, there are caves, so I will promise to the video.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I forgot that. Okay, Mary Rose, I'm gonna give you a wrench. Don't abuse it. And if you don't want it, I'll take it back. But now you should be able to post the link.
At Wes this morning on it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, well. He says North Florida. He says North Florida, I think. The Panhandle, I forget.
Cave from Tallahassee to Orlando downtown West Side.
Yeah, up there in the Land O'Lakes. Well, it's like down around Sonora, there's caves all over the place down there. Just it's hard to find them because the exits the water disappears under the ground. It doesn't come out as a spring, and if it does come out as a spring, it's liable to come out 20 or 30 miles from where the entrance to the cave is. I mean, yeah, but there's all kinds of caves down there. Just people don't look for them. North Central Florida. I think Oak Island's got a bunch of caves too or something. Chandra, explain Oak Island for Mrs. Wes S. Yeah, that's the only thing that spooks me is, and that happens around here a lot. When they're drilling or whatever, they hit a cave that's way under the ground, and they pump it full of that mud and stuff and pressure it up, and the walls can't take it, and it blows out, and next thing you know, you got a sinkhole where a drilling rig was sitting. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, where everybody that tries to find it winds up not finding nothing. Like those giant holes appearing in Siberia all over the place. Those have nothing to do with the fact that Russia's been doing fracking for years. That's what you've got to watch out for around here. If you do find a cave, you got to send the canary in first. Yeah, most of the caves around here are basically the product of a sinkhole, if you will. Watching me makes me chain smoke. But do you notice I don't actually smoke them? I just hold them. It's either this or I have to whittle something, and I get yelled at if I whittle stuff. I do stuff. Can't smoke in church, so I just sit up there and whittle stuff at the pulpit. Or in the preacher's up there preaching, and I'll pull out my butt. Start doing my nails and stuff. Do I chew? No, I do not. Used to, but I don't like snuff. I used to chew tobacco. But I had to choose kissing the missus or chewing tobacco. So I've tried that. And then I wind up like playing with it until all the tobacco falls out. See, and that's how I used to keep from smoking, is I would like eat candy or snack on chips or eat a lot of stuff that had like carbs in it. It is a good day to quit, and I'm going to quit smoking in 30 minutes. And I'll probably start in 6 hours. Just the way life goes. And actually, we switched to this brand of cigarettes to aid in the quitting of smoking. Did you know that, like Marlboros and Marlboros, Camels, well, all the big tobaccos, cigarettes or whatever, actually have chemicals added to them that are cause endorphins, which cause you to enjoy the smoking more, which causes the nicotine to be more addictive, which causes it to be harder to get off. You can buy chocolate flavored Marlboros, and those are delicious. The Camels I used to smoke were actually caramely. They're very sweet. I tried those. All I did was like wind up with nicotine oil all over me. I bought a vape, but I don't have it anymore. So can't leave anything sitting around here. I got it on sale. It was like rainbow colored. It was one of the little ones. It's about the size of this pill bottle thing. But anyways. Well, it might have been buried at one time. Yeah, the electronic cigarettes will tear you up. Yeah, somewhere in Arizona there's a big stack of gold too. Supposedly.
He's tired.
Who said I was tired?
I did. She said, "Are you hurting?" And I said, "You're tired."
Oh. Actually both. I didn't take any of that stupid bong water today. My money's on the guy that said, I can't believe these dudes trusted me with where this is at.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly, smoking. I asked this the other day on one, I don't know if we ever got to it, Tombstone, when we were talking about the best movies or whatever, which y'all have like a completely different opinion apparently. The Earp spent all that time trying to get rich off the gambling in the mining towns and stuff. They never could really get anywhere. And then off the law dogging or whatever. But Wyatt quit policing and switched to dry goods, and that's where they made their money. Oh, Chandra leaving? Hey Chandra, thanks for stopping by. It really is that you don't have to like apologize or anything. It's all good. It's actually probably built a fire under me to where I'll quit using being busy as an excuse not to get back into work. Yeah, I'll take a warm up. Uh-oh. I got like 6 million, well, I got 6 dingleberries up here. I gotta figure out what's going on with those. Thank you. And make sure your mom, Miss Stacy, I meant no offense. I'll talk about God to anybody. God made me used to play darts. I missed that. But I made the mistake of bringing it up at the dart tournament once. That was a funny sight. I still had my mullet then. And you got a guy with his hair in a ponytail throwing darts and sipping on Jose Cuervo Black over ice. Preaching. It was a good day. Well, I thought it was a good day. He's going to the Church of Christ now. So maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. Yeah. I need that coffee cup. Sure do look pretty with that tan on you. No, I was the guy sipping on the liquor. That is my favorite hard alcohol. Is Jose Cuervo Black. That is the most delicious beverage ever. As my economic status no longer supports my tastes. So I picked the wrong time in life to retire, I guess. That Jose Black is more expensive than Crown. You know, if I'd get off here, I'd probably quit chain smoking myself. That's all it is. I'm sitting there doing stuff to keep awake. I've got to find my bong water anyway. Where are we? Trying that CBD oil, see if it works. This would have been day 3 without a single ibuprofen, and actually yesterday I suffered very little, but I didn't have my CBD with breakfast, and I'm hurting a little bit now. Oh, there's a guy that comes over here and fires up on religion every once in a while. And that's what he calls it. He discusses religion. He does not. He's not agnostic. He's hardcore atheist. And he blames it on having been raised by a Presbyterian preacher, I believe. Never went to a Presbyterian church, so I wouldn't know what that was all about. I actually think it might be doing something. But like I said, I just got to a point where it would have been kicking in. Like I said, yesterday I didn't take any, to know if the pain levels are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you have to throw one crutch down. So I rather than wait to get home, I threw my Motrin bottle in the back and didn't take any. And I was not screaming in agony when I got here. And then today, up until I don't know, 30-40 minutes ago, I wasn't hurting. So, but I am now. That man was pretty smart, Jay. Because I actually believe the same thing. I mean, a being intelligent enough to create life, omnipotent enough to create life, able at will to create vast voids and form within them galaxies beyond counting, with stars and planets and everything. Why would he stop with one tiny planet in one tiny galaxy from amongst all the billions of galaxies in the universe? The scriptures were written for us here on this planet. We don't need to know about what's happening on Alpha Centauri. We're never getting off this bird. Not until after we figure out that war's stupid. And that's going to take a while. Somewhere. But I also saw that Magic School Bus movie. It's all what happens if you eat the wrong weed. That's what killed that kid. Plain and simple. Yeah. You're not going to get me to tell you God don't exist. I don't think it's able, I don't think it's, there's no way we can exist without God because we're in God. Now, having been a created being given free will, we have to choose to go back to God. Or not. That's how I believe. Hey, Tibor. And you have to learn them. Now, I've actually got a video that I just edited that I got to put up. Y'all have to wait for it because a couple of people went and paid money, which I appreciate, and it made me like stand up a half an inch. So, but I'll put it up, and then y'all should be able to, y'all get to see it in 3 or 4 days, about the importance of actually trying to learn what you're going to do when you go out there in the boonies. It's not as easy as everybody thinks. Don't you hate it when that happens, Chipper? No. I was looking at all these things I brought back with me and going, wow. And then I looked at this is embarrassing. I looked at the hard drive to see if I had enough room to put all this on there so I could process it faster. And I don't have any room left on my hard drive on my computer, because I've got so much stuff on there that I need to process. So yeah, I've been like really seriously following. I've got 5 or 6 more videos that I need to post from my little San Antonio thing. So I need to get that done. Yeah. Are the guys that tip the attendant at the golf cart track, so, or go-kart track, so they'll put you in the best car? Those guys? They're despicable. Despicable. Hey, Elle didn't show up tonight, did she? Is she okay? I've been noticing she comes in late to some of the chats and stuff. Well, yeah, you can try that, Tibor, but the thing about it is, like, you got in all the things, like, there's a grass that grows in most of the country. I've seen it all the way up into northern Arkansas on this drive. And growing up here, I just thought it was something that grew down here. So I had checked on it. That thing grows everywhere in the continental United States. And people won't eat it because they think it's poisonous. But it's actually only poisonous at one stage. You can walk out there and pull it. You can chew it right off at the ground. As long as you eat it before it wilts, it won't hurt you. And then the other side of it is, if you let it dry, if you let it harvest it, let it sit for 3 days and dry, and the poison turns to sugar. And it doesn't hurt you. So, you got to know all the truth about all the stuff. And we've forgotten it. Some of the wild edibles I pick and eat here were brought here from Europe by the peasants for food. They're not indigenous. They're wild now. They're feral plants. But such is life. Johnson grass. It's wild Milo. Yeah, I see even cows know not to go over there and eat the Johnson grass when it's wilted. And they won't even eat it after it gets the brown spots after it comes back from wilting. You have to cut it and let it lay and let it all turn. The lower stalks of the Johnson grass, if you cut it, I mean, it's not fun to eat. It's like all fibery and stuff. It's like eating shredded wheat with no sugar and milk. But it's got that the bottom part of that Johnson grass, that, what's it called, the spongy stuff in the middle. And this is when it's wet. Again, don't eat it when it's dry or yucky. It's got sugar in it. Plantains, railroad weeds, tumbleweeds, whatever you want to call them. Either one of them. Ironweeds or railroad weeds, they're both edible. They're delicious when they're young. I pull them right out of the ground and eat them. Baby tumbleweeds are freaking good. Actually, I'm not allowed to eat lean beef. We eat fatty beef. My steaks and stuff have to be marbled. Yes, but palatable, no. There are times of the season when you cannot stomach the taste of a cattail. That's something you need to bear in mind. Oh, corn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get to eat corn anymore. That was a problem. I was starting to look like a corn-fed cow. Or a corn-fed long pork. I don't want myself to look all juicy and bacony to them people, them cannibals. The one would look at me and go, that ain't worth the bullet. So, I want him to be more interested in the dairy products than me. Alright guys, been holy smolies. Anybody guess what the lapse time was? Had that big stew pot in that cave too, didn't we, Chipper? Well, I've been sitting here for 2 hours, well, mostly sitting here for 2 hours and 16 minutes, 45 seconds, 46 seconds. Some of us have to get up early in the morning and go hang a door and climb a ladder and nail some boards on a wall and jack up a porch and put some beams under them. Yeah, so. Alright guys, I love all you people. Y'all stay alive. Don't die. Don't do that. Don't try not to die, just flat don't die. Okay? You're welcome, Chipper. All y'all welcome. Yeah, again, like I say again, I mean, to be Saturday night, I'll do the after show, God willing, and I actually have a topic for the after show, depending on what unless Staff Sergeant throws something at us that completely blows my noodle. And then Sunday will just be an open air thing. So just that you're always up all night. I don't know why you do that. I couldn't hang with you, that's for sure. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive. Don't die. I gotta go down here. I gotta pull this camera thing up so I can close stuff. See, if it was a touchscreen, I could just be poking on stuff, but instead I just gotta watch me look at the mouse and everything. Good night.